As Golda Meir said, better bad press than a good eulogy. The most important thing for a government is to defend its citizens. So it may not look good on CNN, but we're going to have to do what we have to do to protect our citizens. And you would do the same thing. You would demand of your government to do it. If you had 30,000 people on your border, southern border, northern border, declaring that they intended to destroy America and kill the people who were there, you would want your soldiers to man that line. You may have seen that a leader of Hamas said 50 of the 62 people were members of Hamas. We had positively identified 24 members already as being members of Hamas, but that was a floor, that wasn't a ceiling. If 50 of the 62 people who were killed were members of Hamas, it's one of the most surgical military operations that I've ever seen. When you're dealing with 30,000 or 40,000 people, I don't think it's all monolithic. You've got different people there who have different reasons for doing it. Some people may be there because they think it's an event and they want to be, part of this event. But I know that the driving force behind these protests were Hamas. To use people as human shields, to use children as human shields, it's breathtaking in its cruelty and it's child abuse. I'm sure that there are Palestinians who would like to live in peace with Israel and would like to live in free societies. They're not going to get it from the government of Hamas. They're frankly not getting it from the Palestinian Authority. How do we stop Hamas from using them in their war against Israel? We have to actually show that this war will fail. People's sense of history usually goes back all the way to breakfast. So they forget that Israel was in Gaza, and in 2005 we left Gaza. I don't think the Palestinians in Gaza are under Israeli occupation. What we have is legitimate need to ensure that weapons do not go in to Gaza. We have a legitimate need to have a naval blockade. But our desire is not to prevent any humanitarian supplies, any medicine, any food, anything like that from coming into Gaza. It's just to prevent items from coming into Gaza that will be used to help Hamas build up its war machine and threaten Israel. We need to get a Palestinian partner that wants to make peace with Israel, that's prepared to make peace with Israel, that's prepared to take our security challenges that we face seriously and to address them. The good news is that I think many of the parties in the region, many of the states in the region, the Arab leading powers in the Arab world, actually want to end the conflict with Israel. I'm more hopeful about the prospects of reconciliation because I think those Arab states recognize that Israel is not their enemy, but actually a potential partner for solving problems with them. And they're right about that. How do we translate that into an effective process that can lead to reconciliation and peace? That's a challenge that we're working on right now in these days and weeks and months.